what are we doing today, Nigel?
Just out on Somerset Dam, which is just, I suppose, south of Kilcoy a little bit.
Yep.
Very handy for Brisbane and people at the Sunshine Coast around the joint. Chase some bass.
Yep.
On those mighty Goggles lures.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's different. A few different types of things we can do with the lures. Little beetle spins and chatterbaits we can also add to the plastic. Yeah, we'll get out there and find them first.
Fantastic. And we've got Adam and Dean with us today. Bit of a friendly competition that's going to happen. So we'll see how we go, and maybe even some red claw as well. Well, Nigel, what do you reckon?
Definitely.
All right, let's do it. Sweet. Well, Nigel was absolutely livid after the last one got away, and the one before that got away, and hopefully this one won't get away. What do we got here, Nigel?
Definitely it's on the back. Hopefully this one stays on.
Yeah, good bass, good fish. Nice.
Almost in.
Nice fish. Putting up a bit of a fight now. Where's your net?
Feeding. One of that lure.
You did want that lure?
Yeah, fat they are.
Yeah, nice and fat, really well fed. So they're obviously down there feeding on stuff like bony brim.
Bony brim, gar, plenty of gar in the water.
Is there?
Probably see them later on a bit around the timber.
Yep.
Yeah, just little shoulders, like for such a, probably like a 30 centimetre fish.
Yeah.
Just so wide.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Massive gob on them.
Cool. Yeah, he's done well. I don't think he's as big as that last one that you
Definitely
hooked
not
on.
as big as that last one.
But maybe we can go and find him. He might still be hungry.
Haven't come back over that hump yet, so
Awesome. Look at that. Hold it up to your chest. Yeah, that's going to be a good photo. Yeah, awesome. Okay, go on.
we were trying plastics around for a little bit this morning. Skis have moved into our spot, so we thought we'd just head back out in the open water and just a bit of trolling with some lures, some deep diving lures, and try and find some schools. And yeah, if they're feeding well, we'll probably drop some plastics through them. Just trolling lures, we're going as pretty much as slow as the boat can. Just give those lures a real big rolling action. As you can see, the end of the rod there, it's got a nice thump to it. And as you speed up, that actually thins right out and the lure loses some action. So slower the better. If you drop the length down, you can get that ticking along as slow as you can too. The slower your boat goes, the lure actually dives deeper as well. Obviously faster driving and whatnot lure takes the action out of the lure as well. So.
Yeah, sorry to put you on the spot there, Nigel, but I just thought it was imperative that we get this information on film, because I've never bass fished before, and there'll be a lot of people out there that have never done it before, and I've got a fish.
Yeah,
how's that? On camera.
There
you go, Nigel.
How's that? On cue, we've actually come off just a little bit of a drop off.
So this has been my first bass, guys. It's a shame it's not on a plastic, but we're just sort of trying to get the first fish to the boat this morning, so we thought we'd try something that we've been told that works really, really well. Look at this.
And your mate Adam's just driven past and pulled up as well. And we'll just grab the net for you.
Nice little bass. Beautiful.
And they're feeding because he's got that lure right in his mouth.
Right, what I'll do got any spines on them?
Yeah, they've actually got some pretty solid gill rakers on them.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, the spikes are very sharp, and they've got that nice little bit of slime on them too, because they're in the fresh water and they quite sting. You've got these little...
Yeah, you can see that.
And right,
those gill rakers.
Right on the gill rakers there, they got the little spikes as well.
Yeah, unreal. What a beautiful little fish.
Yeah, well, it's probably just 30, maybe just legal, but we're not keeping anything. We're just catching and releasing. So,
fantastic.
And they've got this massive mouth on them.
Look at that. Really, really cool. So we've come up on a bit of a rise on the sounder there, and just dropping off the other side by the look of it.
Yeah.
He's hit it just on the other side. But that's a beautiful fish, and I can see why people come out and do this. I mean, I've been predominantly in freshwater, in salt water, and freshwater's fairly inaccessible where I live on the coast, so we don't really venture out this far and tow the boats out here. But I'm really glad you suggested it, Nigel, because this is awesome fun.
It is. And how much do they fight for such a small fish?
For such a small fish, you know, they go hard.
They do go hard.
They do.
And just look at that tail. It's
big, but I'm going to get him back in the water.
Back in the water.
And what we can do, pop the cover on, we'll get an underwater shot. So Nigel's just done the business on the gobblers. Talk us through it, mate.
Yeah, well, I was saying earlier this morning, they weren't touching plastic at all. So we've done some hard body lure trolling, and they've gone off from that. And I said wait till the middle of the day when it starts heating up a bit, and found a bit of a show on the sounder.
Oh, nice fish.
And this is a good sized bass. We've caught up on a bit of a school we found, and my third cast. I got a bit of a touch, and I'll just give one more little pop.
And he decided he wanted it.
Scream.
It did, didn't it? Really went off. Alright, I'm going to have to get the net here and help Nigel get this fish in. Alright, mate.
It's going to be a pretty solid fish. I've just seen the colour on it.
Might be a perch.
It's a monster bass.
It's a monster bass, isn't it? So the plastics definitely do produce the bigger fish, I've noticed, even in salt water, yeah?
Yeah, yep.
Look at that. Jeez, that's a huge bass.
Planks on it. And he's in the net.
Mate, that is a cracker bass. How good is that?
Not bad. That is not bad at all.
Congratulations, mate. And what was that on?
That's on the Hardy Head. Hardy Head
Curl tail.
curl tail grub.
Wow. That were just a few lures I brought out today because I thought they might work.
Nice bit of testing anyway. And
yeah. And if you have a look at the Hardy Head and the colour of the bass, it's not far off the same colour skin.
Very neutral colour, aren't
very
they?
neutral.
And get him on the deck and get him on the...
Go ahead.
Yeah, well that's our bass on the Gobbler's curly tail grub.
He's a stonking fish.
I've just actually been, if you see that, the split ring has just popped open too, so I was very lucky to land that fish. Just in the early stages of plastic fishing, I just wanted, because I'm changing heads and jig heads all the time rather than tying knots, I just use the split ring clip for a little bit just to find out what they're going on, and then I'll now tie that straight, you know, with a nice little loop knot onto the jig head. So
yeah.
It's just a matter of finding what was working. And yeah, look at the shoulders on those bass. Just such a healthy fish.
That is fantastic. Awesome. Well, I'm really impressed. Nigel's done the business. I thought today was going to be a day for just hard body lures, and I was getting a little bit anxious, I suppose, that the plastics might not be the go today. But Nigel's caught the biggest fish of the day by far using the gobblers, so I'm really happy. Really happy. So what have we got here, mate?
The water on the mat for the fish.
Yep. Look after the fish properly.
Getting back in the water very shortly.
What have we got there, Nige?
So to the fork, just on a 40, 43, what was it, 42.5 centimetre mark to the fork, got 45 centimetres overall, but just giving a quick swim.
Yeah, so my turn now. It hasn't been really, 5 minutes since we released that big one that Nigel's just managed to land, and I switched to the Hardy Head Curl Tail. And yeah, made a nice bass.
It's actually a really nice
It's
bass.
actually really
He's just woken up.
just woken up and he's seen the boat.
Even if you just want to bring him onto that other side there, mate. You swing right across the back of the boat.
He's a big bass. I've got a fair bit of drag on this, I forgot to tell you. There's
Well, you do have your inshore Moreton Bay snapper gear on.
well, this is actually my new guy with the yellow rods. He's a nice bass.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's a cracking bass.
That is a cracker.
Well done, Andrew.
Thanks, mate.
You can hail that plastic, come back and pin him on the corner of the jaw. Get him out of the net.
Gonna watch these spines.
Lay him on the deck here for you, mate.
Lures come out.
Spat the lure. So Andrew hasn't done too bad today because it's his first time bass fishing, and
That's my first bass on a soft plastic.
it's a
My first bass on a soft
It's a
plastic.
solid bass, every bit of probably 40-45 centimetres.
Oh yeah. We'll measure him up in a minute. But
Just solid shoulders on the bass.
look how fat he is.
Fat as they're definitely feeding well. It's a very healthy system here at Somerset.
Yeah, really beautiful fish. I never really thought too much about freshwater fishing, but this has definitely changed my opinion of fishing in the fresh, and I'll be out here a lot more often. Somerset Dam's just a magic place. Make sure you get your license. I think there's a bag limit of 2. Is that correct, Nigel?
2 per person with a bass over 30, but they're not a table fish or a sport fish.
No.
You know, you want to go buy your fish and chips, do that.
Yeah.
Best thing.
They're no good to eat, guys, so put them back in for everyone else to catch, but they're awesome fun. They go pretty much like snapper. Nice and hard, they run well. We'll measure him up, hey? So he's 40, is that 40?
Yeah, 40 for fork.
40 to the fork. About close to 41. I'll get him back in.
Oh.